Women from the past broke down barriers and challenged societal norms, paving the way for future generations of female athletes. Despite facing discrimination, lack of funding and limited opportunities, these women showed resilience, strength and determination in their pursuit of excellence in sports. Here is a list of 40 vintage photographs of sporty women you will surely love to watch. Jeannie Buss is regarded as one of the top most influential women in sports, and her stature has only risen over time. She not only runs the Lakers' day-to-day operations, but she also represents the franchise on the NBA Board of Governors. In this photograph, the Bennett sisters are doing a vaudeville show rather than being professional boxers. It's probable that was one of the few places where you could see something similar at the time. Laura Bennett, who dominated the sport in the early 1900s, is considered one of the best athletes of all time. Mrs. Edwards and Pauline Cusson met 1 month before the Titanic sank on March 7, 1912. They met during a boxing battle in the ring. While Helen Dutrio's independent personality surprised everyone, our next woman's ankles did as well. She was born in the United Kingdom but moved to California when she was 6 years old. In her own right, Billie Jean King is a legend. The American tennis champion turned equality fighter who won 39 Grand Slam titles during her career is deserving of her greatness category. Junko Tabei was a pioneer for women in mountaineering and an inspiration to aspiring female climbers. Her historic achievement of becoming the first woman to ascend Mount Everest in 1975 was a game changer that broke through the gender barrier in her sport. Tabei was a champion of women's rights and gender equality in the outdoor sector, in addition to her pioneering Everest ascent. Florence Griffith Joyner, also known as Flo Jo, is an American track and field athlete who created history with her incredible speed and characteristic flair. She is widely regarded as one of the greatest sprinters of all time, holding world records in the 100 meters and 200 meters. Pat Summitt was a trailblazing women's basketball coach. She paved the way for generations of female athletes. She assumed the head coach position of the Lady Vols at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville in 1974. Trisha Zorn competes in Paralympic swimming. She has an excellent track record of accomplishment in her sport. She also received 55 medals, including 41 golds. She holds a record for the most Paralympic medals ever won. Nadia Comaneci is a legendary Romanian gymnast whose remarkable talent and groundbreaking feats revolutionized the sport. She created history at the 1976 Montreal Olympics at the age of 14 by becoming the first gymnast to score a perfect 10 in an Olympic competition not once, but 7 times. Babe Didriskin Zacharias was an American athlete who competed in a variety of sports, such as track and field, basketball and golf. She was a pioneer in women's sport and is largely regarded as one of the finest female athletes of all time. Jackie Joyner Kersee is an American track and field athlete who is widely recognized as one of the best of all time. She won 6 Olympic medals, including 3 gold medals, and established multiple world marks in the heptathlon and long jump during her career. Mia Hamm is a retired American soccer player who is largely regarded as one of the best female athletes of all time. She was a strong force on the international football stage and was instrumental in popularizing women's football in the United States and throughout the world. These are just a few examples of the many vintage, sporty and beautiful women who paved the way for female athletes today. For more such beauty with sports, continue watching this video till the end. Gertrude Edel was an American swimmer who made history by becoming the first woman to swim across the English Channel. In 1926, she embarked on the grueling 35-mile swim from France to England, facing cold and choppy waters, strong currents, and extreme fatigue. Martina Navratilova is a tennis legend, widely known as one of the best players. She dominated the sport throughout the 1970s and 80s, winning 59 Grand Slam titles in singles, doubles, and mixed doubles. Simone Biles is an American artistic gymnast who has established herself as one of the greatest athletes in the history of the sport. With an incredible 25 World Championship medals, Biles has shattered records and cemented her status as the GOAT, greatest of all time of gymnastics. Wilma Rudolph was an American track and field athlete and the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in a single Olympics. At the 1960 Rome Olympics, Rudolph won gold medals in the 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, and 4x100-meter relay, breaking records and inspiring a generation of young athletes. Althea Gibson was an American tennis player who broke racial barriers in the sport and paved the way for future generations of black athletes. In the 1950s, Gibson became the first black tennis player to win a Grand Slam title, and she went on to win 11 Grand Slam titles in singles, doubles, and mixed doubles. Lindsey Vonn is a retired American alpine skier, known as one of the greatest skiers of all time. She's the winningest female skier in history with 82 World Cup victories and has won numerous Olympic and World Championship medals. Alice Coachman was an American track and field athlete and the first black woman to win an Olympic gold medal. At the 1948 London Olympics, Coachman won gold in the women's high jump, setting a new Olympic record in breaking racial barriers. Lynn Hill is an American rock climber known as one of the best climbers. In 1993, she made history while becoming the first person, male or female, to free climb the nose route on El Capitan in Yosemite National Park. The Boston Marathon is considered one of the most prestigious and iconic road marathon races. It's the oldest annual marathon in the world and is held every year on Patriots' Day, the third Monday in April in Boston, Massachusetts. Anita DeFrance is an American rower who competed in the 1976 Montreal Olympics, where she served as captain of the U.S. team that won the bronze medal in women's rowing. This was a historic moment. It was the first time women's rowing was included in the Olympic program. Kirstie Ennis is a former Marine who served in Afghanistan as a helicopter door gunner. She survived a helicopter crash while on duty, which resulted in numerous injuries, including an above-the-knee amputation of her left leg and a traumatic brain injury. Dot Richardson is a former American softball player who is best known for her success as a member of the U.S. Olympic team. She won gold medals with the team in both the 1996 and 2000 Olympics. Women's weightlifting made its Olympic debut at the 2000 Sydney Games. Tara Knott, now Tara Cunningham, won the gold medal in the 48-kilogram weight class, becoming the first woman to win an Olympic gold medal in weightlifting. A tennis player who won 19 Grand Slam titles, singles, in the 1920s and 30s, and was known for her fierce competitive spirit and elegant style on the court. A tennis player who was the first black athlete to win a Grand Slam title and paved the way for future generations of black players. Now are the women who pushed the boundaries of what was considered possible, inspiring generations of girls and women to follow in their footsteps. Their legacy lives on as women continue to make strides in sports and fight for equal opportunities in the athletic world. Micheline Oystermeyer was a French athlete who competed in the 1948 Olympic Games in London. She won 2 gold medals in the shot put and discus throw events. Oystermeyer was a multi-talented athlete as she was also a pianist and composer. Linda Cohn is known for extensive knowledge of hockey and her versatile, on-air personality. Cohn was born on November 10, 1959 and began her career as a sportscaster in 1981 at a radio station in Patchogue, New York. Cohn doesn't pop up much on the endless lists ranking the hottest women in sports media. Tyler Taminia is the senior vice president of the Gold Clang Group, which owns 4 minor league baseball clubs and a collegiate league team. Based solely on her personal star power and visibility, Russian tennis pro Maria Sharapova is more than simply one of the sport's top women. She's in the conversation about who governs the sport, period. Danica Patrick, the NASCAR driver, is somewhat divisive as a person in the sports world. Even though she's only won 1 race in her 9-year career, she's the most successful woman in the sport. Condoleezza Rice was one of the world's most powerful women for 8 years, initially as former President George W. Bush's national security advisor. She was the first African-American woman to serve as the nation's top diplomat. Kim Ng is the most powerful woman in the Major League Baseball today. Her ambition is to become the first female general manager in baseball or any other major sport. Erin Andrews is an American sportscaster and television personality. She's been working in the industry for more than 15 years. She began her career as a freelance reporter for the Fox Sports Florida in 2004. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to our channel for more such content, and I'll see you in the next one.